Saturday evening in Seattle. It is Sunday very early in the morning in Ukraine. This is what we know. That's Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of PMC Wagner Group. That is Semyon Pegov. He is the head of Wargonzo. He is a Russian mercenary, mill blogger, journalist, propagandist. Pegov interviewed Prigozhin for 1 hour and 26 minutes about 2 days ago. We're going to talk about 3 things that were brought up in that conversation and unpack them. There's a lot more than 3 things. Claim number 1. Prigozhin is claiming that PMC Wagner has been cut off from all ammunition by the Russian Ministry of Defense. Again, is it true? We don't have access to the logistic paperwork coming from the Russian Ministry of Defense going to PMC Wagner, so there's no way to 100% say it's true. But if you haven't been paying attention to the situation in Bakhmut, it doesn't sound like it's true at all. There's very little signs that Wagner has any problems with ammunition, with one exception, ATGMs, anti-tank weapons. There's very clearly been a critical shortage of anti-tank, anti-armor weapons in the Bakhmut operational area. And that's been going on for months, and it isn't just in Bakhmut. The second claim, that PMC Wagner is running out of mercenaries or running out of manpower. Is that true? Not quite yet, but that's a technicality. Starting on May 1st, Wagner is going to have a very big problem with personnel. If you remember, you go back, they were recruiting prisoners out of the Russian penal system. And that started in June. The first batch, it didn't go well for the prisoners, but the Russian Ministry of Defense was, we like this idea. We're going to open up the prison. Go for it. Do what you want. Those recruitments peaked in October. It's been 6 months here at the end of April. They're going to come all in the end of their contracts. And if you're going to go, well, Wagner will honor those contracts. That's not what they've done. They have been honoring those contracts of 6 months. And most fighters won out because they've done their 6 months. They just want to go back to Russia and live. And the biggest group of recruits was in October. And then it goes down from there. And then they were cut off in January because the word started getting into the penal units. And then by November, people were like, yeah, I hear it's awful. I don't want to go. So they are going to have a very serious problem, but not for the reason you probably thought. Number 3, Prigozhin says that after Bakhmut, there will be no more PMC Wagner, that it has been destroyed by bad actors within the Russian Ministry of Defense. That probably isn't true either because Wagner has had a very large footprint in Syria and multiple African nations for almost a decade, involving over 10,000 mercenaries. They're not going anywhere. That's what we know.